Namaste students, I am JV Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic membrane separation. The subject name is downstream processing and the discipline is food and biotechnology. What is the membrane filtration and membrane separation? First, what is the membrane? A membrane is a thin layer through which some particles can pass and some particles cannot pass. So, which particles can pass through the membrane? The particles whose size is larger than the membrane cannot pass through the membrane, and the particles which are smaller than the membrane size can pass through the membrane. So, in a membrane, a particular size is there. For example, if a membrane has a pore size of 20 micrometer, so the particles which are smaller than 20 microliter can pass through the membrane, but the particles which are larger than 20 micrometer cannot pass through the membrane. So, for example, if the bacteria is which is larger, which is not larger, can pass through the membrane, and the bacteria which is larger in size, for example which is 25 micrometer, then it cannot pass, and the proteins which are smaller in size can pass through the membrane. So there are some examples, and which uh, particles which we can remove: the bacteria, microorganism, particulates, and natural organic materials can be passed through the membrane. Okay, we can separate these particles through the membrane separation. And the membrane separation is based on the selective permeability method, in which only selective particles can pass through the membrane. Membrane materials means which are the materials through which membranes are formed. So membranes are manufactured from a synthetic polymer, and some of them can be produced from the ceramic and metallic membranes, and the first membrane material was cellulosic acetate, and the temperature range of this cellulosic acetate was 30 degrees centigrade, and it can tolerate the pH range of 3 to 6. The constraints limited their use as they could be disinfected by heat or cleaned with the acid or alkali detergents. There are approximately 150 organic polymers have been investigated as a membrane materials. Okay, and inorganic membranes based on sintered and ceramic materials are also now available, and these are much more resistant to heat and cleaning disinfecting fluids. So I want to give the example of membrane separation. Um, as we know that in our household there are some specific instrument that is known as the water purifier, and these water purifier contain a specific membrane which can separate the microorganism. Okay, it can separate the microorganism, and these microorganisms cannot pass through the membrane, and the water can be filtered. The types of membrane filtration: there are four types of membrane filtration. First is microfiltration, ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, and reverse osmosis. Membrane filtration can be also of electrodialysis and pervaporation. There are two more types. So how the particles are separated through the membrane filtration? We are doing it in the downstream processing. So when we have isolated a particular product, okay, we want to remove the impurities, we want to remove the microorganisms present in the um, product, we want to remove the impurities. So if the impurities are smaller, very smaller, and cannot be removed, then we can remove these particles through the membrane separation. So first we add some some product on the membrane, right? And when the particles which are larger remain in the upside, and the particles which are smaller can pass through the membrane, and they can be separated, and the particles which can pass through the membrane are known as the permeate, and the particles which cannot pass through the membrane are known as the return rate or concentrate. For the selection of membrane, there are some criteria which are necessary. The first is the membrane must be high permeability reflex, it must have good retention capability, it must have good mechanical strength, must have chemical stability, it must be bio-inertness, and it must have to show the thermal stability, that it must not degenerate at higher temperature. It must have resistance to cleaning and sanitizing agents. It must resistant against microbial action. It must be smooth and compliance with other food safety requirements, and availability of module type. So these are the some essential criteria which are necessary for the membrane selection. What are the advantages of membrane filtration? They are very continuous. They do not require any kind of mechanical pressure. Okay, and the product will remain safe if we are using the membrane filtration, because if we use this other sterilization methods such as autoclaving, then the product may be damaged. So it is very essential for the sterilization of the product through the membrane filtration. We can use the membrane filtration in the animal cell culture, and when we are using this and when we are using membrane filtration for animal culture sterilization, then it is very cheap, and it is very effective, and it is very safe, because the cells will not damage by the membrane filtration, and they are usually continuous, they are compatible with low energy utilization, no phase change, small temperature change, modular design, minimum of moving parts, physical separation of contaminants. So these are the advantages. What are the configurations which are required in membrane separation? For example, if we are using the membranes in a machine, then how we can configure the membranes for the separation. So these are the configuration such as spiral, hollow, tubular, and platen frame. So this is the first uh, configuration, that is spiral wound configuration. It is developed to remove some dissolved solids, and it is mostly used in the neuro filtration and reverse osmosis process. And the spiral will this is the membrane, and all the materials will pass through the membrane through this, and the remaining particles will settle down. So it is a first configuration. The next is hollow fiber configuration. In hollow fiber configuration, there are some tubes, some membrane tubes, hollow fiber tubes, which are compact in a single tubes. Okay, these are compact in a single tubes, and these tubes are bundled in a bundled form. Okay, and when the water or any product will pass through these membrane, the only the particles which are smaller in size will be passed and other particles will be removed. Hollow fiber modules are conducted in two ways: inside out or outside in mode. In inside out mode, feed water enters the center of the fiber and is filtered readily through the fiber wall. Filtrate is then collected from the outside the fiber. During outside operation, feed water passes through from the outside the fiber to the inside where filtrate is collected in the center. So it is simply simple that in the inside out we are using, okay, the whatever the product is, it enters from the inside, uh, okay, and in the outside in process, the feed, that is our product, will move from outside to inside, and when it will move we can separate the particles. Okay, the next configuration is tubular configuration, in which there are some tubes, we, and due to these tubes we can pass the particles and the return rate will be move out, and for me it will be separated in the in this portion. This is the tubular form, which is also based on the inside out or outside in hollow formation. The plates and frame configuration. Uh, in the plate and frame configuration, there are some plates which are managed, and the particles which need to be separated. Okay, in these plates we add the membrane. Okay, these plates are the base material, and on these plates we can add our membrane, and when the particles will pass through these through these membrane, these particles can be removed. It also work on the basis of outlet and inlet method, in which the first outlet material will be the outside particles will come from the out, and it will move in the inlet particles and will be separated. So our topic is over here, and we will meet in another video tutorial. Thank you very much.